Hi guys, it's Brina Well back again for another episode on Open the Lock. This week we're going to be diving into outgrowing friendships. I love this topic because I definitely resonate with it a lot. And I think a lot of young teens and also, people going into their 20s can definitely resonate this, especially with leaving high school, going into college now, relationships and such things like that. So let's get into it. Let me start off by saying this that leaving friends is a part of life. Leaving your friendships behind in your past is a part of life. You're supposed to outgrow people. Now, yes, you can meet friends, at a very young age and you can still be friends with them now. I'm not saying that because I still do too. But I do think that when, you're younger, we have certain interests that now don't please us anymore, that we don't like. And so, of course, we're going to surround ourselves with people that like such interests. But as we get older, we start to find new niches, find new things that we like. And so it's normal to let those people go in order to find your new circle and your new people to grow with. I've always wanted such a large friend group in high school because I felt like that was the only way that, I would have fun in high school was just being around a whole bunch of guys and girls and just hanging out, going to the beach, having sleepovers and pool parties. And in high school, it was actually very opposite for me. I didn't have much friends. I didn't really have any outings. I didn't, have, just that girl group that I've always wanted. Sleepovers, and always wondered why I didn't have friends. Am I the problem? Maybe those people don't like me, or I'm not popular, or I don't have this looks. And once I was leaving high school in my senior year, I started to realize, maybe there was a reason why I wasn't supposed to have, such a big friend group. Maybe because it wasn't meant for me. Maybe because those people weren't the people that were going to be good to me, hold me accountable, support me. And I wasn't the high schooler to like be going out and clubs and drinking and smoking. I wasn't the party person, which was a lot of the people that I was surrounded with in high school. And so I think that's why I wasn't, friends with them per se, because that's what they were into. They weren't going to bring any value into my life whatsoever. They weren't going to bring me any positivity into my life. They were just going to bring me down and make me do bad things like they were doing. And so, as I stated, as we become older, we start to have different interests. We start to like certain things, things that we didn't like before. And so I think now being older, I can say that a lot of the friendships I have outgrown. I still have those people in my life, but we have different interests. We have different things. We have work, school, relationships, just stuff that now get in the way that, yeah, we could make time for, but sometimes it's just easier to just accept the fact that we have grown apart. We still love each other. We can still hang out, but just loving each other from a distance. And I think that a lot of people get butthurt about that. They think that when you meet a friend, you're going to be friends with them for the rest of your life, and you're not, because you start to get tired of old conversations. You start to get bored of the same topics, the same outcome, the same situation that they have been in for so long. And if you know me, you know that I'm the type of friend to literally talk to you about anything. Like I'm the therapist. That's why I started Open the Lock to begin with, because I'm very good with talking and I love giving people advice. I've always been that friend to motivate. I've always been that friend to not criticize you, but constructive criticism. Tell you the things that you don't want to hear, the stuff that you should be doing and not doing the bad things that you're currently doing in your life. And not a lot of friends want to hear that sometimes. And I'm pretty sure that they also get very tired of hearing me talk all the time about such positive things when their life is just not necessarily going into shambles, but they're not where they want to be at. And I know for sure I'm not where I want to be at, but I know that my goal in life is to motivate people, push people, and just bring happiness to others. And a lot of the times I will speak those things into my friends, and they get it, they understand, but there's no change. And at some point it gets very tiring having to not necessarily fix somebody, but give someone advice when they don't want to take it. And even times where they ask for advice and they're struggling, and obviously you're going to give your hand to help. You are the shoulder for them to lean on. But I think it gets frustrating because you're like, okay, what am I even speaking for? Like, I'm giving you advice that you're not even going to listen to. So why am I going to talk to you in the first place? I think a lot of times we get very bored with friendships. And this isn't to say, oh, when you get bored, you just like stop being friends with somebody. But when that person isn't really adding any value to your life, you're not really benefiting off of them. I'm not saying that friendship should be transactional, but I'm also saying that friendship should be transactional because you want to gain something from that person. You want to learn something from that person, or maybe you want to teach something to that person, but you want things to be mutual. I don't want to be a friend to constantly be there when you need my help, but when I need your help, you can't help me because maybe you're not wise enough to speak to me about things that I speak to you about, or maybe you just don't have experience, you don't know. But over time, you start to see that your friends are lacking things. I think with having me around as a friend, I'm not trying to boost myself up, but I think with having me as a friend is honestly such a blessing because I try to really, really help each and every person that comes into my life. You can know me for one day, and I'm already trying to help you. I'm already trying to help you solve your problems and help you, battle the fights that you're battling with. And if I don't see any progress over time, I'm going to start to get a little frustrated. I understand that we all are on different timings, but I feel like a person shouldn't be in a situation for so long, especially when they have so much help around them. Like, if you think that having friends is going to be a solution to your lonely life, that's okay. That's completely normal. I'm pretty sure everyone thinks that. I wish I had more friends. Still to this day, I wish I had more friends. But I have to be appreciative for the ones that I have now and also understand that maybe I'm not supposed to have those friends. Maybe I'm not supposed to have that big friend group I always wanted in high school because I'm probably not going to benefit anything out of them. They're not going to give me anything positive to live for. Or maybe friends want to use you because I've had friends that have wanted to use me or have been jealous of me and envious of me. I actually spoke about that friendship in a different podcast. I don't remember which one, but you can go back. It's something about friendships. But like, it's crazy the world that we live in. And you really have to be careful with the people that, are in your space because after time, if I'm giving such peace and I'm giving so much love and so much support and like positivity and words of wisdom into your life, sometimes you want that back. And sometimes you want to see that person strive and flourish. But when you continuously see that people in the same position for a very long time, you start to get frustrated. You start to question like, okay, well, why am I even in your life if, you're just going to continue to be the same person? No ambition, no strive for success, wanting to be better, exercising, dieting. You know what's another thing that gets me really, really, mad is when you have a friend that just constantly complains about their life, but they're not like doing anything to be in a better position or place. It's like complaining that you're fat, but you're not dieting or exercising, and just having the victim mentality, like the mentality of that you're this victim and you've gone through so much, and things are so hard and this world is so hard and the government is here to corrupt us. And yeah, the government is here to corrupt us. You've been through some hard crap in life. You're probably still struggling with some stuff right now. Maybe you're dealing with home stuff, relationship stuff, work stuff. I don't know. But that's no excuse. That's no excuse to stop trying each and every day. Especially if you're the person who like has a goal for themselves, but you want like you want to be rich, but you're victimizing yourself. I can't do this, I can't do that. I don't have time, I don't have this, I don't have the equipment. You know what I mean? And it's so funny because I always thought that I was the problem, wondering like why I don't have this super strong connection anymore with some friends. I always thought, like why am I acting like this? Like, these are my friends. They've been here for me. I've been friends with them for so long. And I thought I was the bad person for kind of pushing myself away. And it wasn't really me pushing myself away, but it was just kind of detaching myself from the old person that I was, because I'm not the same person that I was. I don't have the same interests anymore. I don't care to talk about drama. I don't care to talk crap about people. I don't care to go and smoke anymore and go and get super drunk and get high. And like, I don't care for those things. For me to be in a friend group where it's just full of that, that's going to just make me go back into my old habits. That's not going to make me be a better person. So don't ever feel guilty for outgrowing an old friendship that you had, because it's normal. It's normal to be different. It's normal to not be the person that you were before. It is normal to not have the same habits that you did, have the same interests, because we're getting older by each day. I'm not 16 anymore. I'm 20. You're 20? Yeah, girl. I'm 20. So it's time to be different. It's time to step up and take accountability. And if you have to leave a friendship because they are not adding any value to your life anymore, you're not gaining anything out of that, leave. It is a-okay. That person is going to be fine without you, and you are going to be even better without that person. And learn to also be alone and be okay with not having friends even at all. Because when you are in a place of healing and you are in a place of finding yourself, you cannot afford to have any distraction. And maybe this time in your life, this season in your life, you are meant to be alone. You are meant to find yourself. And if you have friends in the way who are, not adding anything great and positive into your life, they can become a distraction. You're going out this weekend, you're going out this day and this day, like you're not fully listening to your mind, you're not fully healing, you're not fully understanding yourself. And when you're in a place of healing and finding who you are and your purpose on this planet, sometimes you can't have distractions. You can't afford that. So do your thing, girl. Friends come and go. You're going to find many more as you grow older, wiser, smarter, more mature, more successful. The older you get, everything gets better. And as hard as it to believe, it is. It's getting better. But you have to get to that point first. So I hope that you understood a little bit of what I said. Maybe you felt a little bit sad, or maybe this really gave you the understanding and like the yes to maybe leave a friendship, maybe be alone for some time, and just, it could just be confirmation. So I hope that you enjoyed today's episode. I had a really, really fun time actually filming this. I felt like everything I was saying was kind of just flowing out my mouth because it's so relatable, and it's something that really touches me a lot. Because I have felt guilty for this for a long time, but I'm speaking my truth. I'm here, and it just gets better every day. I hope you all enjoyed today's episode, and I will see you all in the next episode next Wednesday. Bye. Love you.